Hey guys, so this is a short video about how much it costs travelling around in a van. So we've just done a couple of months in Portugal, so now we have a little bit of an idea of budget and how much we're going to need to do the rest of our big trip around Europe. So Portugal is really easy to do van life. You can park up in really beautiful places and sleep there for free. Eating out is quite reasonable as well if you stay away from the really touristy areas like the Algarve. And also supermarkets are quite cheap, I'm thinking, compared to other countries in Europe. So in the 8 weeks we spent in Portugal, we only actually stayed in a campsite one night, which was on the Algarve, and it was, I don't know, €17 for that night. Every other night we parked up for free in, like I said, mainly beautiful locations. So accommodation was basically nothing for the whole 2 months we were there. I kept track of everything, wrote everything down, kept all the receipts in this book, so we know what we were spending day to day. So we didn't really have a budget, as this is like the start of the big adventure, but we were trying to spend as little as possible within reason. So here is what we actually spent. Our biggest expenditure was obviously, I think, fuel and groceries. So fuel was about €200 a month worked out, and groceries was about the same. So yeah, groceries includes everything as well as like deodorant and dog food and cleaning products and obviously all your food and drinks. And then fuel is just fuel. Fuel's a little bit more expensive in Portugal than what it is in Spain, for example. So depending on where you are in Europe, this is going to vary quite a lot depending on what countries you're in. So after fuel and groceries, probably the next biggest thing we spent was eating and drinking out. Now this one is a tricky one because obviously you could do this every day and spend a fortune, or you can, like us, only spend about €100 for the month. And as we have the cooking facilities and our fridge and everything in our van, we just generally eat here, but it is nice to soak up a bit of atmosphere and try the local food, to eat out every once in a while when you're on the road. So then after this we had our activities coming in at about €50 for the month. We generally stuck to doing free stuff, but obviously you're going to want to see a few museums and galleries and monasteries and any tours you want to do. Yeah, so if you actually look online and in guidebooks, there is certain days between certain hours where you can do certain activities and things for free in cities. So that's always a good idea to check that out as well. Next is the gas for the cooking and the fridge, which works out about €20 a month. In Portugal we didn't use a blow heater, so I'm thinking in colder countries we're going to have that on, so that could possibly double in price. But yeah, €20 was the total for the gas. Also in Portugal the gas is quite cheap. It's pretty much almost double the price in Spain, for example. So yeah, fill up on gas when you go to Portugal. That's kind of the main things. There's also extras, other things such as parking, train tickets, car wash, laundry, that sort of thing. We spent about €30 for the month on bits and bobs like that. Toll roads also included in that. Obviously most of the time we avoided the toll roads. It's generally a more scenic route. The roads aren't as good, but that's all part of the adventure. So other things to take into consideration would be anything mechanical. If anything goes wrong with the van. The 2 months we just spent in Portugal, we were really lucky. We just had a screw that was sticking into the tyre, like a small puncture, so that was just like €10 to repair. Touch wood, everything else was fine. To summarise, in total that was about €600 to €650 per month we spent whilst living in Portugal in our van for 2 humans and 2 dogs. I expect this to go up different countries where it's going to be harder with accommodation and we might have to pay for more campsites and things like that. But yeah, we were quite happy with just spending that amount of money really. If you have any comments to leave about your travelling experience, budgets in other European countries, that would be great, because I'd love to hear from other people how much they spent. And yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe and like, and see you in the next video.